and welcome to Sell Me Fire. My name is Chris Exusion. You can find me at Chris Ebom on Twitter, and this is Sell Me Fire on riseandfirebets.com. And we are on the PGA Tour once again. We're across the pond now. We're at the Scottish Open, the Renaissance Club. I'm real excited about this. It's kind of the tune-up for the 150th Open Championship. But this is a super stacked field. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have to adjust the clocks a little bit. But as always, I'm looking for a play to rise and fire on. And I got my good friend on here, David Bearman, ESPN, deputy editor of ESPN Sports Betting. Dave, how you doing, man?
Good. Happy to be here. Happy to be on. Looking forward to the Scottish Open. Love me some links golf. Got to go out there for a couple of years, a decade ago, to do a couple of the British Opens, the Open Championship, and play out there. And what's better than being able to throw the ball out there and let it roll, as opposed to clipping a tree on the left side that you always hit because you slice. So love me some links golf and looking forward to the next couple of weeks. And I always enjoy when the U.S. Open is on courses that are more linksy. And, we got a little bit of that in Brookline, but now we head over for the real deal over in Scotland.
Yeah, it's nice. It's kind of like we almost throw out driving accuracy at this point. We could spray it anywhere pretty much left, right, but mostly left for the most part, how these courses are set up. But it should be a lot of fun. This is the birthplace of golf. So, this is where it all started pretty much in Europe. So I'm real excited about this. The Scottish Open, Minwoo Lee won it last year, but we're going to have some big names now. So I'll be curious to see what you got here. I'm looking for a play. I haven't punched any tickets yet. I want to be able to punch a ticket tonight. What do you got for me? You got to sell me on a play. Sell me some fire here, Dave.
I'll sell you a fire right here. You mentioned a minute ago, you said you almost have to throw out driving accuracy. And there's a guy that I never take during a standard U.S. course with trees and hazards. Mm-hmm. I never play Jordan Spieth in American tight courses. I always fade him in those courses because he can't get off the tee. But where can he get off the tee? Over on links courses. The guy has 4 consecutive top 20s at the Open Championship, including his win in 2017. And you look at these courses, we mentioned it a minute ago, wide open, throw it out there, and then you have to have a creative short game. And there's nobody more creative right now on tour, now that Mickelson's not there, than Jordan Spieth, who can hole out of any bunker. He has a lot of creative with a short game. And the fact that you can get it out there and let it roll and not worry about the trees and the water and have a creative short game, I'm playing, here's your rise and fire, Jordan Spieth, top 10 at plus 350.
Okay.
Playing it out there. He's a good links player. We don't have to worry about a tight American course where we fade him. I know the Jordan Spieth up and down roller coaster was right there in front of us 2 weeks ago at the Travelers when he shot a first round 75. Then he battled back and shot a 66 the next day. I got to walk the round with him a little bit, watch him. He played as good as anybody in the field that Friday. Unfortunately, Thursday was so bad he missed the cut. Extra rest. Goes over to the pond, was even DQ'd this morning from the Pro-Am for doing something by accident, more time to rest. I like top 10 finish at plus 330, and I'll be sprinkling the 30-1 as well because this is where he shines. Again, it's not America with the tree-line courses. It's out there with the links, and Jordan Spieth is a very, very good links player, as we've seen with his Open title and other top 10s that he has.
Yeah, and we all know that he's gained a lot of distance off the driver. I mean, his strokes gained off the tee numbers have proved it. I mean, the Travelers, he missed the cut. That's just kind of, I don't mind him missing the cut. Guys miss the cut at points. This might be a good bounce back for him. This is this kind of familiarity, playing well. He's won the Open before. He's been positive on strokes gained off the tee for the longest time since the Players. And besides the Travelers that got bumped off, but before then, it was the Players. He's been absolutely on fire with that driver. So he's been somewhat accurate with it, surprisingly. He did win the RBC Heritage. So that was a really tree-line spot. That really kind of confused me there. But so their accuracy can be there for him with his distance.
It can be. And when Jordan's on, he's just as good as anybody in the game. And obviously gets in his own head at times. And it's not like when he missed the cut at the Travelers, it was 75-74. The guy came back and shot a 66 on Friday, which included bogeys on 2 of the last 3 holes. So he actually made a run at the cut line, wasn't going to get there once he bogeyed. He was on the back. He played the front second. So when he bogeyed 7, we knew it was over. But the guy played extremely well on Friday. He's a good links player. And like you said, his numbers off the tee have been better to the point where he did win a tree line course at the RBC, which surprised me. I didn't take him. I faded him. I actually picked against him in head-to-heads. He's the type of guy that can go out there and win the Open type courses and the more wide fairway type courses, and that's what you're getting with this. So I like the fact that he's 30-1 because I think a little bit of that is what have you done for me lately? And Jordan
Mhm.
goes up and down, and he had a couple of bad rounds before that. But then, hey, the 66 on Friday impressed me, and it was not just the number. I actually sat there and watched him play. He had a lot of good creative pitches and wedges and chips. He almost holed out from about 30 feet, 30 yards away, right where I was watching him on 6. So we'll see what he can do. And this is the perfect type of course for him to warm up for the Open, which, it's going to be tough for me not to want to play him at St. Andrews as well.
Yeah, that's what I kind of wanted to get into. So we're getting to the Scottish Open, and this is what I kind of look like when I'm making my card right now. I feel like I'm almost at the point where I'm going to be taking guys that I kind of want to take next week with this. What are your thoughts about double dipping on guys?
I agree with that because they're similar type courses. You're going to get what you see at the Scottish Open. It's not as unique as St. Andrews, but it's still the same type of course. It's interesting. You go back and look last year in Colin Morikawa goes ahead and wins the Open when the week before he missed the cut at this very event. But he learned some things along the way that he was doing wrong at the Scottish and used it as a tune-up. But you will see, we always talk about on these shows that you normally don't win the week before a major. We were concerned when Rory won in Canada how he was going to face the U.S. Open, which he had a top 5. I think you throw that out the window when you get to the links courses because it's just a different animal out there. And if you play well this week, you should play well the following week at a similar type course.
Yeah, and also we didn't talk about we talked about the Spieth putter. That's been kind of up and down. He's known to have once a week that little like 2-3 footer that he misses and stuff. Hopefully he gets that out of the way early. But his putter has been pretty good. In his last 3 rounds, he's gained an average of like a little over 3 strokes against the field. I mean, you look at what he did at the Memorial, gained over 5, and then at the Travelers where he missed the cut, his putter was actually really good. He was over 2 strokes putting. So I think the putter is in the right state of mind here as well.
It is, and if Jordan hits the fairways and he's getting the extra distance and he has the best short game around along with making putts, then yeah, he should be there and he should be in contention next week as well. I think you're getting good value at 30-1, and then obviously break that down for a top 10 and you're getting plus 330, 350. Compare that to a Matt Fitzpatrick, who I also like, is only getting plus 190 for a top 10. Is Matt Fitzpatrick that much better than Jordan Spieth out here on a links course? He's obviously playing better for, current U.S. Open champion, but I just think you're getting good value there. Justin Thomas plus 165. Is he twice as good as Jordan right now? Because that's kind of what the prices are. But I think you're getting value. And again, it's not my number one play to win the event, but the top 10, I think, is something that people should play.
Yeah, I like it. And honestly, we know the par 5 is going to be real big here. You got to score on the par 5s. If you don't, you're dead in the water. Jordan Spieth, in the last 24 rounds, he's second in the field in strokes gained par 5. So he will take advantage of those, get those eagle opportunities when they do come. But speaking of great bets, you sold me. Top 10, Jordan Spieth. I absolutely love it. David, I appreciate you having you on. Sell Me Fire. Absolutely love it. Always great talking with you. What can they find you with this week?
Sure. We're at Twitter at Bearman ESPN. All the picks will be out tomorrow morning between myself, Anita Marks, Chris the Bear Felica. We'll have the column out tomorrow morning around 7:30. You'll see my Jordan Spieth top 10 as well as the rest of my card will be out in the morning. We'll have our UFC card on Thursday. And of course, our Open Championship thing will be out next Wednesday as well.
All right. Fantastic, man. Let's go make that money.